Hey there guys, and welcome back to another Factorio Reddit Weekly. I'm Xterminator, and thank you for joining me. We are back here looking at the top posts from the last week. There's some cool little comic things here, which I always find pretty entertaining. So we'll start out with the first one. I'm uninstalling Factorio, and here's why. I got a new SSD, so I'll be installing it on that. They even trick you a little bit with the long tag here, or long. It's not actually a tag, but thing here. You should automate the reinstallation process. I actually thought, and someone said this in the comments. I actually thought that someone was actually going to go into some of the issues with Factorio. I was kind of looking forward to it because it's always interesting to see those type of things. But yeah, so we have that one. Why is this so addictive? Let's check this out. Oh, I love this. So there's a cave mine thing down here. You know, if you go in there, there's no coming back. I have to do it. I have to know what happened to my friends. The fool. Factorio. Oh man, I love it. This is so perfect. This is so perfect. I love making starter base with Factorio, but I can never make the transition to a larger base. They should watch the Tightening the Belt series. Cough, cough. I can only share my own viewpoint on it. Tight feedback loops. I can try something. Oh, that's part of the same post, I think. The same string there. Sometimes it's hard to find all the new stuff. Accurate. I think I've seen this one too. Oh no, I haven't actually. I love you, Sleep. I love you to talk. Never cheat on me again. Oh, man. As accurate as that arrow. So these comics are really funny. I love them. So I found this. Oh, yeah. We're real mature here on this subreddit. I do have to read the comments, though. That goes in. Oh, geez. Okay, let's move on. Shower thought. Factorio's real purpose is to teach us all the dangers of playing on the tracks. And it's all wrapped up in a really addictive game to ensure that the message is embedded without the user even realizing. I can totally attest to this. If it is, I definitely haven't learned anything from the amount of times I've died on them. I know there's a few posts in here about me somewhere. Factorio's ruined my impression of how train network worked for me. I was under the impression that it was an incredibly complex and intricate system behind rail signals. Now I realize it's just multiple sets of traffic lights. That is pretty much true. There you go. I'm tagged. I knew I would be. What is this? Okay, that's not what I wanted. I thought maybe it was the train death montage, but apparently not. Possible. Oh, this would be really nice. Group icons for large, similar objects in alt view. It's a terrible mock-up, they say. But yeah, so, I mean, maybe not, yeah, it would look better if the devs did it, but this would be really nice. I mean, if you have alt info on, it, kind of shows it in each tank, but just for everything that's, grouped like this, just having a big general icon, I think would be really nice. But you took a very easy to say. I mean, it would have very specific use cases, I suppose. Maybe it could be a separate option you turn on that comes on with alt info only if you have that separate option turned on or something. Herding 101. Trying to route the biters in different directions. That's awesome. Some helpful data for people looking to decide how large they want to make their nuclear setup. Oh, this is really cool, guys. This is definitely worth saving. So this is for configurations. You'll notice they're all 2x something, because this is the ideal way to do it. Is do essentially just a setup 2 by whatever. So 16 reactors. This is how many exchangers they can support, how many turbines, power in megawatts. So this would be 2.4 gigawatts. Offshore pumps. Wow, this is really, really useful. So this just reaffirms my decision to start with 2x2, didn't build anything smaller, and upgrade to a 2x4 and copy paste a 2x4 as power. Yeah. So going by like 2 by whatever is definitely good. I'm actually going to save this because this is really helpful to know. The developers need more credit for the amazing curve in this game. Factorio is such an amazingly complex game, but the short tutorials and the gradual pacing make it absolutely effortless to learn to play. I love how the tutorials just get your feet wet and explain the basics, and the rest you can just easily figure out as you go without getting too frustrated. Keep up the great work, Des. I'm deep in love with the game. I love seeing these praises of the game. I would actually not entirely agree with this. It's, I don't know, man. There's definitely a learning curve. I mean, like, I wouldn't say it's just like a breeze to learn the game. I mean, I've had many people mention to me that, like, they almost just stopped playing because the game was so complicated. I don't know. It's mostly reserving enough space to expand correctly, ratioing things out once you get the basics. Yeah. Yeah, so, I mean, this is kind of like what I'm getting at. It's not, like, completely disagreeing, but, you know, with that said, there's still some things that the game just slaps in your face without much of an understandable explanation, like train signals. Yes, this is a huge one. Circuit network and proper use of blueprints. Yesterday, I revealed to a guy that you can right-click on a deconstruction plan, and he was happy of not having to choose between chopping down trees manually or having bots to rebuild a whole section of the factory. Indeed, don't get me started on all the why is my train not moving posts. I came very close to posting a few of this myself a couple times. I'm over that for now. Get run over. Yeah, so this is definitely true. The train signals, I know that they're like reworking the tutorial, I think, for that for 017, which is great. As it stands now and as it has been, I think there's a major lack of explanation for train signals. I mean, like, if you understand anything about trains and train signals in real life, it should be fairly straightforward, but a lot of people don't. So it's like, you know, it's not particularly intuitive if you haven't, like, if you don't know anything about that in real life, right? And then, like, putting the stop on the correct side of the track. When I started playing, dude, I literally actually almost stopped playing because I was so frustrated with my trains not working correctly. Because, like, there's no, like, I mean, it's better now because it, like, shows you the arrows of, like, what direction the train's supposed to go, but it's still, like, not super intuitive. Same with the circuit network and blueprints. I think all that, like, there's just a ton of stuff that just has no explanation whatsoever in game, which I think, I mean, sure, you know, if you give too much, it'll spoil things, but, like, you know, some things just give nothing. So I played with my Russian friend in C-Block mod, and I got the idea of reshaping our island. Is this, like, Russia? I'm not sure what the reference is here. I'm so bad at, like, geography and stuff. That's the Soviet Union in late 40 when I started. Okay, well, there's my answer. Cool. Always look in the comments when in doubt. Never enough copper. Holy crap. This is so many belts. It's like 60 lanes of copper, dude. Holy crap. They're not full belts, so this is kind of annoying me a little bit. But that's ridiculous. Trains everywhere. 10,000. Okay. This is really cool. So this person did a 10,000 science per minute base, which is basically entirely a train base. It's nuts. And it actually runs really well too. So pretty much the conclusion here is that trains are better than bots or belts. In essence, you can see they have a post, I'm pretty sure, here explaining it. So yeah, the goal of the Mega Base was to build as UPS efficient as possible while also being able to run completely in vanilla without any mods. So they use creative mode and to, like, I think to just build the base, but, like, it runs without it, obviously. So it runs at a stable 10K science per minute over more than 10 hours, 60 gigawatts of power usage with 1.6 million solar panels. It runs at 45 UPS with their specs. And then someone else, Where did I see this? Here we go. So Mad Pavel, who has like pretty much the best system possible for Factorio, was getting 54 to 57 UPS, which is insane for 10k science per minute. And basically, the reason this is possible is because they built the base with the idea to have no belts and bots in the science production line. So materials go from train to assembler to train only through inserters, cars for spacing, and chests. So there's like a clip here of them going into the green circuit factory. It's still kind of zoomed out, but I mean, trains definitely, like, there's such a, you know, if you have enough trains, it definitely has a performance impact. But the fact that there's no bots or belts, I think, is the primary reason that this base can actually run so well at such a high production amount. That's actually ridiculous. Like how impressive that is. So the conclusion to take from this is trains are just better than bots or belts, pretty much. So also show that we need the fluid optimization to happen so the nuclear power is a valid option for gigabases. Completely agree. Saying so much solar panels is not interesting, but it is required unless nuclear gets optimized. Pretty much this. And this has been frustrating for megabasers for ever since nuclear came out, and even before that with steam power, is pretty much if you want to build a megabase or bigger and not run the game as a slideshow, you have to do solar panels, which are incredibly boring to place, incredibly boring to look at, but that's your only option because nuclear is not optimized nearly well enough to be able to run a megabase with it. Basically, what to take away from this is that trains are just super good. So, in before train nerf, wait for it. Wait for the Friday facts with them wanting to nerf trains now. I hate when Autosave plays a game with me. I hate when Autosave plays a game with me. Oh, jeez. Oh, jeez, man. Totally seems like something I would do, for sure. That's really cool. A huge mistake. I bought Factorio. Edit. The factory grows. One of us. I have not seen this. This looks cool. I mean, what else could have been done? When you crash land on an unexplored planet, your first logical course of action is to build a spaceship using your bare hands so you destroy the local ecosystem with copious amounts of pollution and genocide the natives. But it's okay because in the process you increase your gear production by 0.02% annually. Oh man, I love it. Yeah, the premise of Factorio, when you think about it, is actually pretty dark. Crazed tech priest on holy penance. Oh my gosh. Like, that's I mean, when you think about it, I mean, Factorio, pretty much the premise is you crash land and then you just exploit the planet and like kill all the natives. I mean, it's really it's kind of dark. Thanks to API limitation, the cargo ship mod, which I spotlighted, actually allows you to make amphibious trains. Yeah, so the cargo ship mod actually uses like a train that's reskinned, and like a track that's invisible. So you can actually have amphibious trains now with this mod because the API doesn't let you like do it any other way. Usually when I realize part of my factory is too messy, I change it and decide to do it with my oil processing. Oh dear lord. Okay, so that's some messy oil. I thought my oil builds were messy. It's really fascinating. I always love looking at some stuff in there. There's some marinara on there, baby. You got yourself a meal. It's always really cool to see that stuff. Thank you, devs, and thank you, Bob and Angel. And Bob's mods and Angels for the game and their mods. Right. So the game really helps me keep my mind off things. Wow, this is kind of sad. I finished a vanilla game 2 weeks ago and started a game with Bob's Angels last weekend. How much those mods change the complexity of the game, but I love it. Yeah, I mean, it is crazy how much more complex it makes it, but yeah, I'm really sorry. My heart goes out to this guy. Let's see. The joy of finally seeing a huge production line you've been working on coming to life. Yep, super satisfying for sure. So I made something to get rid of wood, and it turned out to be quite a fun challenge for everyone to try. Oh yeah, dude, this thing. This thing is, makes me very uneasy. Oh my gosh. They're just like feeding the wood into it, and they're, oh my man, oh man. This is terrifying, dude. My brain in game. So I don't like watching the YouTube videos in here. Finally got this amazing game. Been my experience so far. Downloaded it, started the tutorial, got bored of the tutorial, started a new world, not knowing how anything except crafting works. Played for 5 hours, but didn't even realize it. Got some pretty good automation going, a couple of loops for coal production. Created my own mining, smelting, sorting system. Start researching in the lab, automate the research, start... This is the first game to actually make me that makes me lose track of time while playing it. My mom hadn't told me to get off the computer. I probably have played all night. So here's the picture of their base. Nice. Definitely looks like a starter base for sure. I like how they have coil and red packs on the same belt. I made a science array that can handle all 7 science packs. It's symmetrical, can be repeated indefinitely. Is this good or just wasted space? I mean, it's not particularly space efficient, but it's really cool. And you definitely want more than one beacon in-game for labs, but like belt braiding would definitely save you way more space, but this is cool nonetheless, for sure. Yeah, I'm not really sure what's with the gates, maybe just a general like aesthetic enclosure thing. This one, Spytron is alive but needs some love. Oh yeah, so our seeding streamed. Was streaming some work on the map editor, which was really cool, by the way. And apparently, he showed the Spidertron for a minute. I will show this clip. Spidertron is alive but needs some love.
It walks over the water. It's a very small thing of water. Get a better map.
It'd be so cool if they actually managed to get this in the game. What's really cool is like how it doesn't actually step on the water, it just steps like around it. So it's not like it just randomly is able to walk on water. It just like steps on the ground around it. Dude, I really want like a full version of this in game. Imagine this like with the Factorio graphical style and stuff, like not inserters and stuff, but all like kind of steampunk and stuff. This would be so cool.
What's that?
Man, that's awesome. And there we go, guys. So there it is. Some pretty funny comic stuff. Some good suggestion. Tons of inspiration. Like that mega base was nuts. The nuclear thing's really helpful. So hope you guys enjoyed. As always, thank you so much for watching. Leave your thoughts down below. And until next time, I look forward to seeing you all. And do take care.